start the stream. Let's see. Actually, okay. YouTube. Creating live. Push up some notifications. Discord. Oh, good morning, Amar. Good morning, welcome. Let me see. Give me a sec. I just need to post up some live alerts. Okay. Good morning, Amar. Good morning. Good morning, David. Good morning, Talk. Good morning. Thank you. I was supposed to go live yesterday, and I completely blacked out. I can't lie. Oh my goodness, I look insane. I did take a nap before this, I will say. It's 10:18 p.m. right now, and I've been up for a couple hours now, to say the least. By the way, I keep looking to the side because I have you guys as my chat right here. Boom. You know what I'm saying? It's good to see you, David. Hope you've been good. It's been so bullish, man. I'm gonna go through my what I look for today at like maybe 9:25. Right now it's 10:18 for me, so at 10:25 for me. But yeah, 9:25 I'll go through everything. If you were in Ethan's narrative call,
Yo, give me one sec.
Yo, what's good? Welcome. Why is NQ going up the last 2 days?
Wait, try not to announce.
Try not to what?
Try not to announce in the old server.
Okay.
Try not to announce you're live in the old server.
Yeah.
Because we're migrating, right? So we don't want to stay in there.
Okay, yeah. Gotcha. I'll just delete this straight up. I don't mind. Boop.
I'm gonna do announcements and just be like reminder. Those are busy over the weekend.
Okay. I'm just gonna quickly deafen to go over my daily outlook.
Yeah, you got it.
All right. So our ass. 1Q is going up the last 2 days, so it's the same thing we've gone over before, but just the general gist, because I've gone over in previous lives, so I recommend going back, I think 1 or 2 lives. But if we look over here, we used to have this dealing range. I'm not gonna draw it out again because I'm on trackpad and it takes me forever and I hate it. But anyways, there's this dealing range here, right? And you see how ES took out this liquidity on the lows, and Q took out this liquidity on the lows, and YM did not take out this liquidity on the low. So right here, and that is a sequential SMT, right? Or SMT as well. It's also a turtle soup, but that's kind of the same thing, to be honest. On the higher time frame. So what you're looking for is, since it created this SMT on the bottom of the range, you're looking for it to take out external range liquidity on the upper side of the range, which is up here, right? So ERL, it'd be ERL to ERL because of sequential SMT. So if you have SMT on the bottom range, you're looking for the top of the range, right? So that's what we've been looking for, and then we had some confirmations on the lower time frame. But today, and we've been calling out. I mean, I haven't even been streaming for that long, to be honest. Like, so I can't say, like, you guys can't really see the evidence. But Ethan and I have been talking about it going all-time highs for like the last month. So we've been looking for that for a long while now, and now we're just, seeing if it will hit now, which it may. We're looking for some SMTs on the lows to confirm it. And right now we do have a 90-minute, so there's a daily sequential SMTs on the highs. See here, previous day high, hit, previous day high hit here, but previous day high not hit on YM right here, right? And then we also have a 15-minute SMT right here, previous session high, previous session high, previous session high hit. And then we technically also have a 5-minute, it's a super tight one, that was a really small one. So we technically have SMTs on the highs where I can see a small retracement lower, but I will say we are very close to higher time frame objective, so that would be my higher time frame kind of narrative. But just on an intraday level, I could see it doing a little bit of a pullback, if anything, right? But I will say, like, the way price looks, it's not a clean sweep of previous session high, right? It's not a clean sweep. Wait, my charts are taking so long to load. Even previous day high, it's not really a clean sweep of the time-based liquidity, right? So I can totally see it just, YM can just go up, take out this buy side liquidity, and together they invalidate all the SMTs on the highs, and it just continues higher. That's a complete valid possibility, right? So just gonna wait for 9:30 to play out, right? But right now I am leaning more that it'll just invalidate all the SMTs on the highs, right? There's also a previous session low SMT, right? Sequential SMT, right? So it has not been taken on yet on NQ and ES. And if you just look at narrative and order flow, we've been extremely bullish. So with this 15-minute sequential SMT, I can see it's just invalidating all the SMTs on the highs and continuing higher. So that's what I'm more leaning towards, but it's very possible that we get a little bit of pullback. It would be kind of nice as well, considering how much we've expanded. So that's my kind of thing. I'm lagging like crazy. No, am I still lagging? Am I still lagging, guys? I'm sorry, I was just like really locked in on doing the thing. I'm trying to join Ethan's new Discord, but I keep getting error on the wall. Unfortunately, the wall is not available in your region. Yes, there is news at 10. Not anymore. You're good. Okay, but I'm using like Airbnb Wi-Fi, guys. So I'm sorry if it's not much I can do. Maybe I can try to switch to data, but all right, I'm gonna join back the call with Ethan. But yeah, there's news at 10. I'm keeping that in mind. So, but I would still like to probably see maybe something at 9:30. But if not, then I'm good. It's clear now. Just to start. Okay, gotcha. Bet. I hope you guys were able to get my general rundown. If the general rundown was the part that was laggy, oh damn, bro, I'm kind of sad, but I can go through it again in a bit. We can just see what the market's up to now. Yo, Mac. All good now? Thanks, Claire. Cool. Let's see what the market wanna do. How's Japan? Oh, it's been lit. Let's see if I have some pictures, guys. but no, Japan has been really fun. I'm just like tired because the time difference. It's 10:24 right now in Japan, and I'm usually up at like 8 a.m. I was used to being up at 8 a.m. right from training and stuff, so been like out and about and doing a lot of fun things. Let's see. Here's a cool picture of Mount Fuji. I'm sure you guys can see this. Let me pop into my stream, my own stream. See if I can see my own. Can I see my own? Let's go a little closer. Anyways, no, it's been great. The views are great. The food's great. The people are great. Everyone's like super polite, and I'm Canadian, so not too hard for me. But yeah, no, it's been good. Well, Dipsky did create a top wick. It did create a top wick. And there's also there was in 1 minute SMT as well before, I believe. Somewhere? No. Am I lying? Am I lying on my butt? I'm not lying on my butt. There was 1 minute SMT as well. All right, cool. You drove? Oh, let me. Did you submitted a ticket, right? I can just give you. Let me just give you perms. I'll do that right after the stream. Is that you? Are you? Actually, I don't want to out your. Oh, where'd the ticket go? Can you submit another? I'm so sorry. Can you submit another ticket? Actually, wait, no, you're not in the Discord anyways right now. Can you send me a DM actually? Just shoot me a DM on Discord if you have me on Discord. That would actually just work. That would work as well. You drove? Yes, I did drive. So I rented a car, or my family rented a car, I guess, and we've been just driving around. It's been very useful, and I've been trying to get used to driving on the left side of the road, and also the driver's seat's on the right side, so it's like hurts my head a little, but it's a good time. It's fun. Is Ethan there? Hello, Ethan? I see him in the call, but he's not talking.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry, my bad.
Oh, you're good.
Okay, let's go to trade view. Yo, what's up, everyone? I got my face cam today.
Face cam.
Low-key kind of nervous. And you guys can see I'm in a position, so.
Bro, looking handsome, bro.
This is the position I'm in right now. It's kind of nerve-wracking, but this is the position I'm in right now.
I might as well show my position too. So,
yeah, you guys are gonna see my stressed out. 20R trade. Wow, if it goes. Let's see if it goes. Okay, so I've laid out my stream like this. Let me know how you guys like it, because this way you guys can see my positions and then still see the chart and now see my face pretty much. How you guys feel about this setup? Great.
W setup. W's in the chat, everyone. Handsome man.
I also changed my title to be a little more clickbaity. I can't lie. Thank you.
I'm trying to find.
All right, so I gotta announce that I'm live now.
Oh, there's a tab. One minute for equities open, guys. You better get to announce anything. I mean, there's not really much to do but to watch, actually, but...
All right, let's do it. I don't know why the face cam just makes me more nervous, but...
Chilling. No doom scrolling, bro.
Yeah, no doom scrolling, bro. I'm itching. Live alert.
Oh, and if you guys didn't,
Alright.
if you didn't go over it on his stream, but Ethan and I took the trade based off the same idea, which could be wiped out, which I think it just did get wiped out.
I just got stopped. Yeah, I just got stopped.
But it's basically
All
5
good.
minute, 15.5 daily. That's the general gist.
Oh my gosh, these announcements. I gotta get the announcements. I think I got it all. Alright, nice. Alright, so this trade I just got stopped out of. Let's redraw this so it's a little cleaner. And then does it show daily P&L? Yes, it does. Okay, great. So I'm down 0.5 R right now. Times 5. Or not times 5, but 5 accounts across. Down 0.5 R. So I'll just give my outlook really quickly while the... Wait, does everything look good? Can you guys hear me fine? Or is the music too loud?
Wow, my thing is so slow. Let's just wait. Now we wait and reevaluate.
It's good.
Wow,
All right,
it's
nice.
slow as hell.
Okay, so I'm going to give you guys my outlook for today and then the reason why I took that short. So today there's news at 10 a.m. So I'm looking for opportunities beginning at 9 a.m. On the monthly chart, still looking very bullish, looking for all-time highs as my narrative. Going down to the daily chart, this is my new dealing range on the daily chart. Right now I'm still waiting for it to develop. The reason why I'm looking for lower prices because we took out external range high, so we could potentially look for lower prices for that internal range liquidity. And so if we drop down to the 90-minute chart, it becomes a little clearer on why I'm looking for lower prices is because we have an SMT with previous day high, and we have a lot of internal range liquidity resting below these lows right here specifically. So I'd like to see if price is able to push lower and then wipe this out and then continue higher after that. So that's my game plan for today. Dropping down to the 5-minute chart or 15-minute chart, we'll start here. You have a London high SMT as well. And then you also have a 5-minute SMT on the highs. So that's why I took the short I did. Once this down close candle was formed at 9:05, it created change in state delivery with this up close candle. So I entered on that, put my stop loss at this high. And then unfortunately, this trade just didn't work out, but everything was part of the plan as always. So
Pretty much exactly how Ethan described. That's why I took the trade.
position. And then from there, I guess we'll just take it from there. But that's pretty much my game plan today. Is that clear for everyone? If you don't use back adjust, then we technically are already at all-time highs. I think there's a 1-minute SMT here. I might take this off of this change state delivery. We'll see. We'll give it 30 seconds here to develop. But mainly what I'd like to see is on the 5-minute chart, if we're able to close back below these up close candles, then I'll take another entry here because that's the same trade idea. Off of the 5-minute SMT on the high, that's still holding as of right now. There's also the 15-minute SMT with London high, right? So far it looks pretty good. One more minute in this 5-minute candle. I'll see if we can... There's two scenarios I have in my head right now. It's either this candle in 1 minute closes below this consolidation pretty much, or this closes an up close candle. Next candle drives lower, engulfing this specific up close candle of 9:30, and then we'll look for lower prices after that. So either way, I'm leaning bearish today.
My chart keeps freezing. It's kind of annoying. I don't know if it's the network.
What keeps freezing?
My chart keeps freezing, and I'm pretty sure it's just because of the network here. I have to keep refreshing.
Yeah, I think it is the network.
Yeah, my Wi-Fi's not good. Yikes.
Oh dang, what happened to oil? Crazy.
The oil just pump.
No, it dumped.
Oh.
Nasdaq's kind of pumping here, so I want to see if I think invalidation of my bias would only be if YM's able to continuously push higher as well, invalidating these SMTs on the highs. Otherwise, I'd probably just continue looking for shorts here. In your entries, what do you consider a change state delivery? Is it when we engulf the candle that created the SMT? Yeah, I typically look for the up close candle that creates the SMT or the up close candle that wicks out liquidity. So in this case, this candle right here is the one that took out this liquidity right here or closed above it. You could also refer to this down close candle or this up close candle at 850. And then if you put all three of these candles together, that would be your 15-minute candle. And then that'd be a 15-minute order block. So if you want to be a little more conservative than I was, then you could have waited for the 15-minute change state delivery, which I never got, or which we never got. And then, but I just entered off the 5-minute chart is what I did. Is it too late to enter? What are you looking for, a long or a short?
See if YM can.
9:30 higher, 10 a.m. news lower. That's the plan, but of course we're gonna pay attention to what price wants to do here. Give it 3 more minutes, it might push higher off that.
Yeah,
Off YM, because right now there's SMT on the lows as well.
Yeah, we're generally looking for shorts because previous day SMT with previous 15-minute SMT on the highs, but there it is creating some SMT. See, like it's a previous session high, not taking on YM, but now it's kind of generating more SMTs on lows through YM. So there's a 1 minute now, but that's pretty much it. There's really bullish order flow though and narrative. So we were just looking for like a short, like a bearish pullback, which is still possible right now. So that's kind of just what we're keeping an eye out on. I believe Ethan and I, like on the higher time frame, are still looking for bullishness to take out all-time highs, like as a overall objective. But right now we're just, yes, I do trade based on time cycles. Yes, quarterly theory is what I trade off of. As I mentioned earlier, I do see it as a possibility where, like, see, I marked it out. Oh wait, I actually deleted it. But there's some buy side liquidity here, so I can see why I'm just going down, creating SMT, and taking out buy side liquidity, going up, and then invalidating all the SMTs we're using to justify this short. So that is my general idea I have right now. But let's see how it plays out, honestly, because we also have 10 a.m. news, so we should just wait. Let's see if this is the case. It actually looks like that this might be the case, considering YM is creating this SMT so early on, and NK's way too far to invalidate that previous 90-minute or even previous session low. So let's see. I do believe this could be the case. We just have to wait and see though. I would flip my bias in that case, but I'd have to like, we're so high up. It's like so hard to take anything. You know what I'm saying? It's way too hard to take anything based just off of that. So now we have a 5-minute SMT on the lows. Let's see what people saying. Five-minute lows on the highs. Like honestly, it's not look good for much. that's what I have to say. It's not look great for much right now. But what I'm generally looking for is kind of what's happening. I would have liked to pull back first. That would be nice. But I do believe the 90-minute keys will be taken out, especially after this SMT created. And I'm pretty sure the 90-minute cycle SMT is more than enough to boost it higher with my M.
Five-minute candle drives all the way lower, engulfing this candle, closing below the opening price of this 935 candle. That's where I'm going to take a sell, put my stop loss above this high. And then I'm going to try to ride it lower into the sell side liquidity once again. The back adjust setting is you have to make sure you're using the continuous contract. So that would be NQ1 exclamation mark or NQ2 exclamation mark. Those would be your continuous contracts. I use NQ1 exclamation mark. That's the ticker symbol. And then from here at the bottom right, you'll see B-adjust or ADJ. And that's going to be back adjust, and it automatically adjusts for your contract changes.
Quick review question. 1017. See. Oh my goodness, the 1 minute looks ugly. So we don't drop it. Wait, what do you mean 10? Oh, 624. Oh my goodness.
Yo, Elijah, let's hop in the lab.
Yep. You're making me go back, man. Oh my goodness. They mark it out at 624. 10 a.m. Oh, and we got should be option V. There we go. Jump to the 1 minute. Oh, brother, what are you looking at? This is so far back. Okay, here we go. You said 1017. Am I looking at the right thing? Am I tripping? Here, 1017. For a 1 minute SMT. There is no 1 minute SMT there. No, there isn't. This is not valid. It's taken out on all assets. 90-minute SMT? Why'd you say? Oh, no, 90-minute SMT. Well, there's no a 1 minute cap. What are you talking about? If you're looking at 90 minutes, you should be looking at 5 minutes. Give me a sec though. Is that a... It's not a down close, that's all down close. Okay, anyways. That was a thing. I did not have a 5 minute change of state delivery, but a 1 minute change of state delivery after 90. Yeah, you should pair 90 minute with like 5 minute with 5 minute change of state delivery. It's just better confluence. Like maybe if you had a 5 minute precision candle with that 5 minute, like with that 90 minute cycle SMT, but like I wouldn't get into that. I would just stick to the basics, and like I wouldn't do that. I'd have to have 15 or then it ran. Okay, that's fine. But if that's the only thing you can see, if the only thing you could see is a 5 minute and a 1 minute, I would not take that. Like just by probabilities, like how often does that work out? Maybe there's a 15 minute you missed, or 1 hour or 4 hour, right? So you have to keep that in mind, or like higher time frame narrative or something like that, right? But if you don't see that and you only see the 5 minute and 1 minute, like 5 minute, 90 minute cycle SMT with a 1 minute change of state, then I would like just by probabilities, playing the odds, playing your edge, it's not worth it. It did feel too risky though, not gonna lie. Yeah, I mean, if that's all you have to base a trade off of, then no, right? You're looking for the daily expansion, like you want to base it off of like some sort of higher time frame, like weekly narrative, or like what you're looking for throughout the day. Like, you know, you can't just be that risky with it. So I just need to check something real quick. Okay. A real trigger with real power, I feel. Yeah, exactly, right? Like you can backtest it and just trade off 5 minute, 90 minute cycle with 1 minute change in state delivery and see how it goes, right? But honestly, like me looking back, does not look good, bro. Like you need some sort of like 15.5, and then maybe you can do a 1 minute. Like I feel like 1 minute is just too. Like I know you can see me like look at 1 minute here and there. It's just for extra confluence, right? I would have entered on 15.5 already, right? It's just kind of looking at 1 minute, see if it can, you know, give me some order flow and validations and everything, right? So, yeah, that's all I gotta say. Yeah, no problem, self-mastery capital. I mean, you said you're profitable. If you've been profitable off of that, and it's been working for you, I mean, like, man, go for it. But for me, for my stats, I need to have something a little bigger than that, right? I only have like 3 bullets in a day, max, and that's already a lot. Like I try not to use all 3 bullets, but sometimes I do. Okay, let me unmute with Ethan's. Oh, Ethan's in the lab. I forgot.
So 15 seconds here.
Okay. Gotcha.
Finger on the trigger. And I'm in. So this is the position I'm in now. I'm going to be looking for lower prices, ultimately into some sell side liquidity. See how price wants to develop here.
It looks heckin' clean.
No top wick.
Bro just had to say no top wick. Okay.
Well, I'm just saying there's no top
No.
wick. I'm calling it out for you, bro. You know
Why
what I'm
you
saying?
do that, dude?
You know what I'm saying?
Why would you do that?
Why you point it out?
Yeah,
Why
exactly.
you gotta
If you
point
never
it out?
pointed out, it never existed actually. So
Be a 10R trade if it hits. I'm gonna do top right 14 font, and then I'm gonna change this to a black line. Actually, I'll do middle right. That's my entry. The top right. I'll make this 12 font. Drag that out. And now we'll let it play out. A waiting game.
just going on some evals. You know what I'm saying? Going on some evals.
Okay, let me read chat. I'm sorry, I missed a few. Have any method to place stop loss? I like to place my stop loss above the candle that creates the change in state delivery. So in this case, 945 is the candle that closes below the change in state delivery activation. So that's where I put my stop loss above. Because for my model, what I like to see is entry and instant push in my favor. I don't like to see it hesitate around. So with that logic, I don't want to see it revisit the candle high that create the change state delivery typically. If you get the change state delivery in ES, but oh, I think I already read that. Isn't it not real news though, since it's a testimony? It's kind of real news. I don't really pay too much attention. I just know to be careful around 10 a.m. today because he's talking. But other than that, I just pay attention to PA and I execute on my edge, whether there's news or not. Careful port short, my bill is on Monday. I don't know about that one. I wouldn't full port, but that is up to your discretion. We spoke about it. Fun to watch. Yeah, I don't really play Valorant though anymore. I used to. The reasons like this, like with this monitor, I can't really play it either because it's too wide. Do you mind me asking some questions about Jesse's mentorship if you don't mind? I already DM'd you on IG a couple days ago. Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Don't say the no top wick. Micro has top wick, but I always pay attention to NQ, the mini contract. What price are you targeting? I'm targeting a pretty low price. It'd be like 22194. Pretty far away. I'm gonna trail, of course, on the way there, but that is my ultimate target because I want to see sell side liquidity purged if price is bearish. What? I already read that. Too late. I already full ported. Now I have crazy anxiety, bro. You're not real, Aaron. You're not real.
He's just a rage baiter, bro.
This is ridiculous.
he's just a chill guy, I guess. I don't know.
I love that you said use your discretion when he said full port.
Yeah. I personally wouldn't, but yeah, follow your discretion. You got it.
My discretion says yes, full port.
He's a chill guy with anxiety. Jeez.
Aaron, I thought you were getting better.
Anyone else in the short?
Yeah, we're in the short.
Wow.
I think we're all in the short.
Oh, Trump is going to go live the same time Powell is.
Oh man.
So one thing I'm paying attention to right now is as price trades back up into this change in state delivery area, and also this is also fair value gap, right? So ideally, I'd like to see price push lower from here. If not, I might actually cut my trade early, but I'm gonna let this 5-minute candle play out. So, which prop firm are you using? The one you see on screen is Top Step, and then the one that's off screen is with the futures desk. So let me just. What are you barking at, Jasper? Not a fan of this PA, not gonna lie. I think I might just got locked out here.
Yeah, it's not looking good. At least for lower prices.
Let's see, still got 2 more minutes in this 5-minute candle, but with the way it's pushing right now, it'd probably create an opposing model right here with the 5-minute 15 on the low. Reverse my position. Do you use order flow, footprint, or heat maps? I do not. I just use price action and ICT basically. Market way too bullish to short on the lower time frame. I'm just following my plan, man. Whatever it does, it does. It doesn't really matter. We'll see though. This is where I'd want to see like a heavy sell-off if it is going to be bearish here. Because this is the 5-minute fair value gap with the order block that I'm paying attention to. Aaron, you should probably just de-risk. If you're already at a drawdown, I would say de-risk and then I don't even know. If you actually full ported at him.
I'm pretty sure you just rage.
I don't know what to say. Well, why would I be the one raging though?
Yeah, he'd be. I don't know. He just says the same thing. We just say the same thing back, over and over again.
Yeah,
There's not really nothing new to it.
just entertain it.
Yeah.
So what I'm paying attention to right now is this swing low that was formed right here. Actually, I'm gonna make this bold red line. So this swing low right here specifically is what I'm paying attention to. If the market's able to come back down below here and close below the swing low, then I'm gonna start trailing my stop loss. Because now for my trailing method, I just pretty much pay attention to market structure, right? If we're gonna be bearish, I'm just paying attention to basic bearish trend that I want to be a part of.
Am I in on this short? I'm in on just evals right now. Here's my position. Give me a second. Bonk.
So actually, I'll just do this and then I'll type stop loss. Middle right. That's good. Can't full port other people's trades, gets you every time. Aaron, add more so your average gets better. That is crazy advice.
Yikes.
That is crazy.
A DCA.
Can you give me higher time frame insight of all the Forex pairs? There's a lot of Forex pairs. I'll give you insight on specific pairs if you name them. But I don't trade currencies. But I can do analysis on your USD if you want. Your USD, GBP, USD, yeah, I got you. So for EU, GU, DXY, I'm just bullish, I guess. On EU, I'm bullish. GU, I'm bullish. DXY, I'm bearish. The reason why is because we have this previous year low SMT, right? And prices just continued pushing past previous year high. If I remember correctly, this should be previous year high, or this is previous year low on DXY, previous year high on EU, previous year high on GU, close above all of it. So you just expect or anticipate higher prices off of that. And then ultimately, I think the drawn liquidity right now would be, it's pretty far, but I'd target this fair value gap and then these liquidity pools up here. And this is like on a monthly chart. So for a while, I'll be pretty bullish here. Unless something happens on the lower time frame. And then if we drop down to the daily chart, what I would be following along right now is just the daily ranges. So right now you have, let's see, this one down here, up there, down there. So you have this daily range right now. Price has traded into a discount into this internal range liquidity. Took out this external range liquidity.
All right, I'm trailing. Other guys.
And DXY hasn't yet. So from that, I would look for lower time frame confirmation. If price wants to give you a retracement, what I'd look for in EU right now is possible retracements, like on a shorter term analysis. I'd be interested to look for continued longs or a longer term, but I first want to see price go lower into the sell side liquidity for order pairing and then continue higher. So my bias is overall bullish on EU, but in order for me to get long on this, I would look for order pairing on a lower time frame, such as the 90-minute chart or the 6-hour chart. Look for that order pairing and then look for higher prices after that. So I'd be short-term bearish on EU, look for higher prices after that. Same thing as NASDAQ, like exact same concept that I'm looking for right now. Even though everything in my narrative is bullish, the reason why I'm looking for lower prices is because I'd like to see some sort of sell side liquidity being purged to continue a higher move. And on top of that, I have the confluence of a previous day high SMT, London high SMT, 5-minute high SMT, which is why I'm looking for lower prices overall. That makes sense?
I just tripped the change in state delivery. Top of it.
Yeah, you're good.
10 a.m.
I'm gonna wait because I need to wait for this swing low to be broken before I can trail here.
Okay. Let's see. We have a weekly daily SMT at this move low. Now we have funded daily SMT on the highs. So that's the point.
What do you mean by order pairing? So in order for price, in order for
yes, exactly.
okay, how do I explain this in simple terms? The order pairing is when
okay, let me deafen. But yeah, exactly, that's correct. Lower institution, that is why we're looking for a pullback. I will say like order flow narrative is not necessarily on our side since we're looking for higher prices towards all-time highs, but we have to trade objectively, right? And what we see is daily sequential SMTs with previous session high SMT, with 90-minute cycle high SMT. So that's why we want to look for a little bit of a pullback. If it gets invalidated on YM, it's YM mostly that's not creating the failure swings, right? If YM invalidates them all by going higher here, then we'll just continue looking higher, right? At this point, there is some buy side liquidity that YM can take. So I talked about this at the start of the stream. I wouldn't be opposed to that idea as well, right? But I don't believe I would be trying to get in on that or trying to get my piece of that because it just look how ugly this looks, right? But other than that, yeah, you are correct.
they execute that order, it moves the market in that direction, right? So if there's a lot of buy orders coming in, it'll move the market higher. So that's your buying pressure, and then your selling pressure is opposite. If there's big players doing a lot of sell orders, it'll push the market lower. So what order pairing is they're using resting liquidity at specific levels, and that's where you'll find your heat maps, and that's where the reason why we use swing highs and swing lows is because typically retail traders like to leave their stop losses there, and so that will be what we refer to as buy side, sell side liquidity. And so when price trades into those levels, big players will execute parts of their orders, their large orders, and then they will execute parts of their large orders so that
I would honestly say it's probably lower. So can we go to equilibrium of the week? I think it's possible, but it's very low probability. It's just a long way to go. We've expanded a ton. Let's see. Oh, it's actually, let's see. Okay, no, it's possible, but I wouldn't be betting on that. I'd just be trading based off SMTs, right? So if we're going down, we're creating like a previous day low SMT and like a daily SMT on the highs is what's starting this move. I would like it's close to equilibrium, so it's very possible it just hits equilibrium as well. But if it forms the SMT and lower time frame confirmation, then I'm not gonna hold all the way, right? I'm gonna, take partials or have discretion, right? From then on. But yeah, I think it's definitely a possibility. But I would just trade off SMTs, and as I would trade off the analysis you did earlier. where we would wait to form a daily SMT on the lows or sequential SMT on the lows.
In the schematic right here, a big player wants to execute 100 contracts worth of sells, okay?
Time to break out the
But in
dogwood,
order
boys.
to sell 100 contracts, you need to have willing buyers at this level that will take up your sell, that will sell to you, right? So, or sorry, that will buy to you because you want to sell your contracts. So if you have such a massive order, then you have to do it multiple times and let liquidity build up above this high. So over time, let's say there's a lot of traders that are going short and their stop loss is above here. But if you're a big player versus a bunch of, let's say, smaller players, then let's say each stop loss that rests above here will be maybe 1 contract, 2 contracts, or even up to 5 contracts, for example. So let's say 5 contracts in this case. So let's say in this case, let's say 10 small players in the market decide to execute a short on this schematic and place their stop loss above this high. Well, when price trades back into this high, because there's only 10 small players putting 10 buys here, 10 orders here for their stop loss, that means that this big player can only execute 50 contracts. Does that make sense? So if price comes up here, they can only be filled 50 contracts unless they're willing to accept a worse price, which there might be more ordered. Well, there will be more orders at a worse price if they want to do that. But that's pretty much the concept of liquidity, and that's order pairing. When big players are pairing their orders with a bunch of small orders, or it could be even another big player. But it's basically just grabbing liquidity so they can actually enter their position at the desired price point. And that's why you'll see sometimes why we call it accumulation, manipulation, distribution, is because you have this consolidation, which gets a lot of small players, typically, usually it's small players, to enter a short here. They'll put their stop loss above here. They'll put their short here, they'll put their stop loss above here. And they'll just keep doing this over and over again until, let's say in this case, there's 5 sell orders from small players, or sorry, 6 sell orders from small players. And so what that manipulation, accumulation, and that manipulation is institutions coming in, buying up or selling off all of these buy orders, resting above this high, resting above this high, resting above this high. They're going to sell to those willing buyers, hitting their stop loss typically is what we think of when we do smart money trading or ICT trading. And so after they pair their order, they can then sell off price and continue it in the direction. And all of these people will likely be looking for longs off of this manipulation, right? And it's the exact same concept. And now because everyone's entering long off of the manipulation, they have a lot more selling power as price drives lower, sending price lower, because they're selling all of the willing buyers and they're buying to all the willing sellers. Does that make sense? I've simplified this a lot more before with like a gas station analogy as well. Or actually I learned from Casper, or learned from Jesse, but that's like trying to explain it, I guess. Did you take any trades? Yeah, I'm in the short right now. Oh wait, I forgot to manage my short. What's happening? So if we close below this swing low, then I'm going to trail my stop loss to this order block high. Actually, I'm just going to move the break even off this because I wouldn't want price to come back up here anyways. So give it 26 seconds and I'm going to trail my stop loss here to break even. So 14 more seconds here, I'm going to trail the break even. So now you guys can see the full effect of order pairing. Buy side liquidity has been run on top of here, right? So this is the accumulation phase. Manipulation, if this is if this does drive lower, in this case, then what I'm looking at is this is the accumulation over here where there's going to be buy stops resting above these highs, sell stops resting below these lows, right? And so why I'm looking for a short is because there's accumulation, manipulation higher, taking out these buy orders. And so this would be order pairing that's occurring on the highs. Big players are now selling to the willing buyers in this.
Yes, I am still in Japan right now. Little institution. I am still out right now, but I'll let you know, guys know when I'm back consistently. I'm just doing pop-ups for now.
Traders to enter longs because it looks like it's very bullish, right? And so people will continuously look for longs along here. And what does that mean? There's going to be a lot more sell orders here as well. So as we trade,
He's yapping a lot. I'm gonna hop out of this quick.
and so this accumulation down here,
I'm just gonna hop out quietly because he's just going off. Some position. Just on evals because I don't like how PA is looking right now. So I think I'm gonna end stream soon, probably in like 4 minutes, because I'm so tired. So let's see if this hits, and then I'll hop off. I just have a profit target, so that's why my TP is so high. But I'd recommend a safe TP if you're in this short is like this 90-minute low. That's pretty safe. Or you can just trail. I think Ethan's trailing. Trailing's not a bad idea if it just goes. So never a bad strategy. Did he create a 1 minute? What did it create? Okay, my thing is there is a 1 minute, but it's not that really solid of a 1 minute SMT. They should hit my TP. It's creating a lot of buy side as well, so it's kind of anxiety inducing if you're holding it for a long time. So I'd recommend trailing or just taking it to the 90-minute low, or you can take off partials at the 90-minute low. I recommend playing it safe. Price action is pretty like wonky today, especially since we went up so high last night and yesterday. Just a tad bit more. That'll be good. Let's see. Why is my there we go. There's 6 a.m. Okay. I see. Just wait for this to drop. Just a smidge more. Mm-hmm. 唔係，我自己搞緊。呢個搞緊啊？分兩個 class。Let's see if we can get some speed below these lows. Man, this is a very low energy stream, to be honest. I'm so tired, but that's okay. Let's just see what price does. How much points is that in the green? Let's see. 22. 26. I mean, now it's a lot less. 22. It's something like, it's only like 32 points right now. 37. 36. 37. It's only 37 points. I'm targeting like 60 points. Now what are we? Let's see. 526. If I were to target, I'm targeting 22,462. Just because of profit target, so I wouldn't recommend you guys targeting it. Like, let's say a normal target, it'd be just a quick 72-point move. I'd be targeting safely, but you could trail, which honestly would be my recommendation because it could just completely break out of this kind of like chop. But maybe something like that. It sounds like Jerome Powell's and Trump's live stream did not do much, which is fine. It's good. It's good that it doesn't do much rather than doing too much. Here we go. We want to speed past these lows. And I should be. Can we get more speed past these lows or no? It'd be bad if we're not getting more speed past these lows. 30 seconds. 28, 6, 25. Oh man, I was one tick off of my TP, which is pretty bad. That's okay. That is seriously unfortunate, but that's okay. And now it's going higher. That is unfortunate, but whatever. It happens. Let's see if it can still go though. my overall TP is still the same. I wouldn't really change much. Not even change, it was just my profit target that literally just got missed by a tick. All good. I really like your way of explanation. When's Eli mentorship coming? I'm not gonna create a mentorship anytime soon, but Ethan and I have a free Discord you can join, where we have live alerts, and Ethan explains stuff very methodically. I think I explain things pretty chill too, but I'm not as methodical as he does. I just try to keep it as like simplest, like caveman explanation as I can. Because that's how pretty much I understand it as well, and it makes it a lot more simple and easier and less anxiety inducing. What's good, Manch? How's it going? Yeah, I'm in it. Oh, okay, gotcha. Sick. See, I would ideally not like to see this just explode higher for no reason, but we'll have to see. And there's some rejection. So yeah, it's gonna create the top wick of the 1 minute and then dropped. Ain't gonna I just like to confirm my narrative with you. Helps me in learning a lot. Yeah, no worries, man. Sometimes I tune into other people's explanation of how they see price, and I think it really adds to how you see it sometimes, especially order flow in terms of things like that, but also would give you a warning as well to not learn too many things. If you learn too many concepts or try to shift strategies too soon, then you'll have a lot of issues, right? Because you haven't been able to test out and use the edge over a long period of time to see if it's profitable. Oh wow, random burst of freaking volatility. Well, that's why you stick to it. Let's see if it's holds still. $30 for this 5-minute candle. This 5-minute candle looks pretty horrible, to be honest, but I think PA today just looks horrible in general. I face the same problem. I learned a lot of things, but I can't make a repeatable plan. I switched other version for market maker model to TTFM. Yeah, exactly. It's a big problem that people face. Learning more does not make you more profitable. It actually makes you less profitable, and I'm pretty sure you've probably heard a lot of profitable traders say that, right? Just find a system. It could be the most simplest thing. We have someone in the Discord that's just uses Silver Bullet. You can just use Silver Bullet and he's extremely profitable, right? He's very consistent. He's aiming for 2-3R with over 50% win rate, right? So keep it simple, right? and collect data long term. I think there's no wick, right? Yeah. That's good. If I don't mind sharing, yeah, I've blown so many accounts, maybe like over 100, 200 maybe, to be honest. It's just a part of the journey. It's part of the fees you kind of pay. But honestly, once you get into a flow of things, the like the payouts you get back make up for it quicker than you think. So that's why it's like in my head it's fine because I'm confident that the system works, and it just takes time, and the only thing that's stopping me is psychology. So I just need to work on psychology, which is like the hardest part for me at least. But that's why I was able to take on so much risk, and I still am able to take on so much risk right now. And honestly, like funded, like sometimes I still blow accounts now, to be honest. But it's a lot less, and to a point where I can be profitable, right? And that's all that matters. Yes, that would be the hard time frame target, lower institution, yeah. I would just do it by trailing though. And I believe like even if you trail, you might just get stopped up before that even happens, but we just have to see. Some random jabs of volatility. I feel like this candle's about to flip. Watch this 5-minute candle just flip. That'd be crazy. That would be pretty crazy, huh? Well, there's a no wick taken that I just marked out. And there. Look at that. Not the ideal reaction. I'd like it to trade through the no wick, but hey, it took it, I guess. Marked out. Is it no wick or is it a wick? There isn't a wick. Yeah, I was right. Okay. Ugly. Yeah. Yeah, honestly, that's pretty bad. Nothing I'm really much of a fan of. Alright. This PA is so like, boring, I'm not gonna lie. When you get out, what's the criteria? What's the criteria? My stop loss? Or if there's like a full setup on the loss, but right now, like the 5 minute, like if this 5 minute SMT forms, I mean, right now it's almost mostly up to discretion, to be honest, but this 5 minute SMT does not look that clean. It doesn't look like sweep, so it doesn't look like it'll create a reversal. But like when any sort of reversal, you want to say sweep, right? Not like a chop into it. Look at this. It taps it like 3 times before I consider, like while taking out the 90-minute low. But so I don't believe this is gonna actually, this 5 minute, 90-minute cycle is gonna create a reversal. So that's why I'm not too fond of it. But if this closes below, if YM closes below, and then NQ creates a change in state delivery upwards, then I would get out. Right. I'm so sorry. Extra confirmation. Oh. Oh, 1 minute SMT now. It looks like I don't know how far we can chop up. Obviously, we're chopping up right now on the 1 minute. And we can just chop up for like ever. So, because of order flow narrative. But we'll see. I'm still in it. Right now, what I want to see is speed past all this sell side liquidity right here. Right, staircase up, elevator down. So that's the ideal. If we can get the ideal. Well, let's see if it's gonna do what I said. That'd be nice. Or just continue chopping up, which is less nice. I'm gonna cut this trade early because I don't know how far it's gonna chop up. There's a 1 minute change, 1 minute SMT, 1 minute setup. I wouldn't really necessarily always look at just 1 minute. Right now we have the 5 minute, right, as well. So, and it's kind of doing what I said, right? It's creating this 5 minute change of state right now, upwards, right? And it's not able to push past these lows. I wouldn't see a reason why I would be able to push past these lows without at least a 1 minute sequential SMT, right? You need an SMT on the highs to kind of move past it. Obviously the market can do what it can, like it can still do it without a 1 minute SMT, but it definitely creates the odds higher, right? And we're here to play the odds. We're here to play the edge, right? So if it's not going to show me the opportunity, I'm out, right? So that was a pretty decent trade. I'm up. I'm just on eval, like I'm just trading some evals right now. So up like $400. Not bad, not horrible, but nothing crazy. Like nothing that's gonna knock my socks off. You know. So I'm gonna end off my stream now, guys. I'm exhausted. Sorry it's so low energy today. I wish I could bring better energy, but I'm just so dead right now. Maybe I just shouldn't have streamed at all, but I felt like I should have at least brought a stream over, so I'll catch you guys soon. I'll announce it when I go live again. I'm probably not going to go live for maybe a couple days. I'm just going to enjoy my vacation, and I'll be back consistently. Well, you guys saw in the announcements, if you guys are in my Discord. June 30th, I'll be back consistently. I'm trying to do every day, 9:15 a.m. EST. You guys know where to catch me. Peace, guys. Have a good night, or good afternoon for you guys, or good evening. Yeah, stay safe, guys. PA looks mid, but it's what we can expect after a large expansion, right? So as I said in the Discord too, I could expect some sort of pullback or some sort of chop, and I mean, look at this chop. All right, take care, everyone.